What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorldPodcast. Today we're going to be taking a look at Week 15 Saturday game, Patriots and the Colts. Huge division matchup. A lot of people were riding on the Patriots because of their win streak. Myself, I feel that the Colts are a very, very formidable team with the exception of Carson Wentz. And I've told you guys that since the beginning of the season. Carson Wentz is not just a guy that's going to come out and just be a complete opposite of what he was in Philly. He's a turnover machine. He's not he's not a good quarterback, but he'll make some plays, that'll be like, oh my God, that was a great, hard-fought play. Like he'll run into somebody and truck him for a first. He'll do things like that. But overall, he's not going to be the guy that's going to win you the game, in my opinion. If they don't have Jonathan Taylor in this game, there's no way possible that they actually win the game. And Carson Wentz tried his best to put the Patriots back in the lead and to give them turnover after turnover. But, the Colts were able to stand firm. And Jonathan Taylor ultimately at the end of the game ran that huge run and sealed the victory for the Colts. But when we take a look at the Patriots themselves, they didn't play like the Patriots. They didn't. A lot of things were happening, right? Mac Jones was horrific, all right, for the first half. Throughout most of the game, he was just a terrible, quarterback, right? He's still a rookie. It is what it is. Those things are going to happen. I was very happy that they didn't put in Hoyer or, for whatever, to bench him, because those type of plays that he made, they were really, really it's like, what are you looking at, dude? He threw an out route right to a linebacker, and the wide receiver is cutting, and he just doesn't have it. And he doesn't have the throw power to be able to force it in. Like he's not Aaron Rodgers or any of these guys that can just throw it right in there. He's a guy that can, throw 15, 20-yard passes lofted. Like he's not really throwing rockets out there. And I think a lot of what's going on with the team, as people start to prepare for this team, for those of the Patriots fans that were riding really high and expecting, the playoffs and all that stuff like that, and the old-fashioned way with Tom Brady, that's not coming right now. Okay, you could clearly see that. Now, granted, there was really no running game. The highest rushing, was 36 yards. Stevenson got 10 carries, 36 yards. Right behind him is Bourne with 19 yards on 2 carries. So it wasn't really that type of game. Hunter Henry had 2 touchdowns, 77 yards. He had 6 receptions on 8 targets. Harry was pretty good. Not pretty good, but, he made some decent catches out of that 2 receptions that he got with the 5 targets. I don't feel as if anyone really is fearing the Patriots right now. And I think the Colts prove that. They're just, they're not what they were. Now, that doesn't mean to take anything away from Bill Belichick. He obviously saw that Mac Jones in the long run, which, would be better than Cam Newton, and he made that move. I have no problem with that. So I'm not going to be one of those guys he should have kept Cam Newton experience. Cam Newton is horrible. Okay, so I would take Mac Jones myself, and I said this, I probably wouldn't, we're not in the practice, so we don't know exactly what was going on, but I understood when he cut Cam Newton. I understood it, all right, this dude is garbage, and I've been saying that. He's not what he was. He's not that MVP Cam Newton, right? So I understand it, and I have no problem with it, but you're going to go through games like this, and people are going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to understand it, but Mac Jones is what he is. Do I think that he'll eventually, turn into a gunslinger and start throwing lasers across the field? No. But I think he's smart enough and he's accurate enough to be a Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to have the strongest arm and do all that stuff, but you got to be accurate and you got to be able to lead that ball to the receiver. And he just wasn't able to do that last night. And again, it's okay. He's a rookie player. Dude, the NFL is not a joke. As safe as they try to make it be, and some people say it's soft or whatever, it's still a very violent game. There's a lot of, they rushed him a lot. They blitzed him. They treated him like a rookie. They wanted to see what he was about. And they saw it. The dude just kept throwing picks. He actually should have had more picks, similar to Carson Wentz. He only had 2 on the record, but we saw a lot of Stevies being thrown around the field. So I think they did a really good job of, maintaining Mac Jones. But when you look at the other side, Carson Wentz is no rookie, all right? Now, let's just take away Jonathan Taylor's 29 carries for 170 yards with a 5.9 average and his touchdown late in the game, right? Let's just take that away. Carson Wentz is 5 of 12, 57 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, okay? When I tell you that this man should have had at least 4 interceptions, and I can actually show you video, I'm being kind about it. And the crazy part about it is they're beating this team. They're beating the Patriots whole-handedly. And I'm saying to myself, just don't let Carson Wentz throw the football. You remember how the Patriots went and they beat the Bills? And they just knew, look, we're not going to put Mac Jones in a situation with the wind or whatever, let him throw the ball. That's exactly what the Colts should have done. But now I'm under the impression that the Colts think that they have a franchise QB. Well, let me tell you something, Colts. You don't. You have a game manager that has some athleticism, that can probably every now and again run for a first down. He can throw. He has a very big arm, but he's very inaccurate. And he makes really bad decisions. So you're looking at somebody like, this is not going to end well. If the Colts think that this guy can throw the ball and save them, it's not going to end well. He's not Peyton Manning, bro. You guys lost Peyton Manning a long time ago. It's done, dude. Like, that is over. He's not even Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was a turnover machine, but he wasn't like this. Like, this is really bad. If you go and look at what was going on in the second half, Carson Wentz was trying to put on his best Matty Ice in the Super Bowl, performance, where he's trying to turn the ball over every single chance he got. And it was so frustrating because the offensive line is so grisly on this team. They can literally line up. Quentin Nelson will throw you into the ground every play. This is what I'm saying. Like, you have a system that works. Why are you going away from it and going to a guy, shout out to Shannon Sharp, that he's not going to be, dude, everything that he's going to do is going to make it hurt. He's going to make it so that you lose the game. There is no viable reason for Carson Wentz to have been throwing the ball in the second half. Unless it's like a play action because you ran the ball consecutively so many times and you know what it's going to be. But they actually had this man dropping back and trying to throw a Stevie. Just keep in mind, he threw the ball 12 times and he should have had 5 picks. Just do the percentages and understand what's going on. Well, he threw the ball 12 times. He had 5 completions, but out of those incompletions that he had, the 7, it should have been 4 more picks. They only got him on record for 1. That is disgusting, and that has to stop. But guess what? You guys signed him, so you're going to have to deal with that. I have very, very little faith in the Colts because I know that Jonathan Taylor is a stud. I know that O-line is a stud. I know that defense is playing really well. But when it comes down to it, can Carson Wentz just make that one play a game to where he has to get a first down? And it's key. And then you just run heavy play action, and that's it. Because he was really trying to give that game away. And I even tweeted about it. And everybody was like, yeah, he's right. He's kind of right, bro. Like, this dude right here, he's the only reason that the Colts will lose this game. But luckily for you guys, you got Jonathan Taylor, and the rest of the league doesn't, Colt fans. And that's the way this game ends. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You enjoy your day. Until next time. One love, y'all.